Welcome back to another edition of Meet the Team, the series where I have been fortunate enough to meet with different members of the TLS community to get to know them a little bit better and find out why they're so passionate about the work that we do. My name is Sarah Hay. I'm the marketing coordinator here at TLS. And this time I have the pleasure of being joined by Phillips, the EA to our COO, and David Quan, who is a brilliant member of our business engagement team. Welcome to you both. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kat, I will start with you. Could you please tell me about how your journey with TLS began, what attracted you to the business and made you want to be a part of the team?
Yep. So I started with TLS back in October of 2021. So I've just peeked over my 2-year anniversary. I was provided with an opportunity to interview for an admin support role. When I met Lauren for the first time, I was hooked. I learned about TLS and obviously, as you do for an interview, you do research the company. I was at a crossroad at the time in my career, and I found that the job that I was currently in at the time wasn't giving me satisfaction. So when I learned more about the leadership sphere and our ethos, the values, and what we actually do, I was completely drawn in and excited by it. What I love about TLS is that we do impact lives. I'm sure that most of us have experienced good leaders and poor leaders, and we can see that the impact that they have not only on individuals and teams, but whole organisations. So for me, being part of something that could teach, impact, and show leadership to other leaders was something very rewarding to me. Also, working as part of the team, the TLS core team, was something that I was very honoured to do. I believe that every single one of us in the team strive to be the best that we can be. And I believe that we're all leaders in our own rights, regardless of titles or roles. And yeah, there's so much more I could say about it, but I will stop there.
But we will hear more about that in just a moment. But David, for you, could you tell me about your journey with TLS?
Yeah, so I got the opportunity to interview with TLS just over a year ago. And when I started researching about the company before my interviews, I just saw so many things that I was personally interested in. So the fact that we deliver Dare to Lead, which is Brene Brown's work, I'm quite interested personally in the psychology and the philosophy around leadership. I've seen her TED Talks, I've seen Simon Sinek's TED Talks. So I know a lot about the theory of leadership, and I've always been curious about human psychology, what makes people tick, what makes people great leaders, what makes people bad leaders. So when I saw an opportunity to join the team as business engagement support, it seemed to tick all the boxes. It seemed like a great chance to finally put the theory into practice and see how we could change and shape organizations for the better. So that's what interested me in TLS to begin with. And since joining, it's just been great. It's been great to see how we've transformed organizations, made workplaces a better place to be.
Well, you've tapped into my very next question, which was what excites you about being part of the TLS community and the work that we do. So could you expand on that a little bit for me, please?
Yeah, definitely. So I have always had a love-hate relationship with work. I've always enjoyed delivering things and making contributions to society, whether it's been through technology or business or however. But it's always been a difficult place to go into when the leaders aren't effective, when the leaders are more commanding and domineering, and they want things done their way. And I've always tried to make workplaces a bit better in my teams, however I can, just by being compassionate and understanding. But TLS has really made that much more effective. I've seen the way that we've taught leaders. I've seen the way that we've drilled down into what makes an effective leader. And I've seen the feedback that comes back as well. People are saying that what we're teaching them, what they're putting into practice, is actually changing their organizations, is actually making their workplaces better places to be. And I just find that really rewarding to make it so that, people can go into work happier each day.
Yeah, and we love it when we can come into work happy. It makes us want to show up for not only ourselves, but for our clients and other team members as well. So yeah, I completely agree with everything you just said. Kat, for you, what excites you about being part of the TLS team and the work that you do in your role?
TLS excites me with their core values. I find that they align with my own. And with the career change and everything for me, it was definitely a conscious decision to align myself with an organisation that does prioritise leadership excellence, growth opportunities, positive and impactful work environments. Working as part of such a passionate team is something that motivates me. Everybody does the absolute best that they can. They absolutely strive to do the best that they can. And I feel that we all lift each other up. We celebrate our wins together. We learn from our challenges together. And more importantly, we all grow together.
Yeah, definitely. And importantly, at a leadership development company, is the leadership itself. So how would you describe the leadership within TLS, Kat?
Oh, well, we're all about eating our own cooking. That's sort of one of our favourite quotes here. Eating our own cooking. So we have done a lot of personal, professional development within the company, and it's something that Philip and Lauren really advocate and drive us to do. And that motivates me because I think, they're investing in me to be better every day. I've been lucky enough to have completed Dare to Lead twice. The first time was through a personal lens, which at the time was perfect timing. And the second time this year was through a professional lens. And what I can take away from that in both lenses has been a huge impact in my life. We also believe that feedback is the breakfast of champions, and we don't see it as criticism. We see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. And I love that each and every one of us within the TLS core team really believe that. It helps us refine our skills. It helps us tackle those challenges together, but head on, and do it with strength and courage, but also knowing that we've got the whole team behind us as well. So the leadership there at TLS, I believe that we're all leaders. Absolutely, we are all leaders because we eat our own cooking, but also the leadership shown from Philip and Lauren is out of this world.
Absolutely. And David, for you, what's your experience been of the leadership at TLS?
Yeah, it's been leadership that I had always envisaged theoretically through my own learnings, but I'd never actually seen put into practice. And it's great because for example, when I make a mistake, I always feel really guilty, and I always feel like, oh, I'm going to get caught out and all that. But at the leadership sphere, it's a really gentle approach. It's truly treated as a learning opportunity. It's not a blaming operation. It really is, they're trying to educate you. They're trying to prevent the mistake from happening again. And it's a learning process for the whole business, not just for the individual. So yeah, I find the leadership here great, both Phil and Lauren and everyone else as well. Just the small things that I notice, like when I need help or when anyone needs help, everyone else is willing to pitch in, and it makes the tough times, like the really stressful and busy times, a lot easier to go through because you're all rowing in the same direction. You're not trying to push each other, or you're not trying to blame each other, and I find it a really special culture to be a part of.
That's beautiful. I couldn't have worded that any better myself. You've both spoken about opportunities for growth and development and support within TLS. So in what ways have you taken those insights into action within your roles? David, I'll start with you.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
What ways have you taken insight into action within your role?
So I guess some of the insights that I've had with my role are that I prefer to do things very systematically, and I prefer to do things that can be improved upon. So I keep looking out for opportunities where I can improve the process, where I can get things done a bit faster or reduce opportunities for error. And I've had numerous opportunities to apply that to my role. So each thing that I do, I always nitpick, I always ask questions, I always figure out why we're doing it the way that we're doing it. And yeah, if I get the opportunity to improve it, that feels really satisfying to me, but I also see it as a great chance to improve the business. So yeah.
And Kat, for you, what ways have you taken insight into action?
I think in my role as EA to COO, I basically do it every day. But what I think the impact that I'm sort of having now on TLS is looking at the business as a whole and our scaling, our growth. We are rapidly growing, and it's exciting, it's motivating, there's so much happening. But with growth, what do we get? We get growing pains. So I think looking at the company as a whole and how we can improve those systems, as David just touched on. So for me, I've got it in my mind that I need to absolutely refine all of our systems and processes with the platform that we use, and that's something that I've started working on, and will be bringing the whole team in to support me with that. But I think that absolutely that will create a lot more, I suppose, a more streamlined processes and systems within the business, and people know where to look. So that is so important. But looking at the business as a whole, I feel like anything that we do as a team, we are absolutely striving to make the organisation a better place. And we're also working with Philip, who's very innovative, so that's exciting. And Lauren, of course, and when they come up with an idea, we have to, look into it. Is this going to work? Is this the best decision for the business? So every day we're turning insights into action. But right now, yeah, my baby is around the systems and processes.
For the both of you, I would love it if you could please talk to me about some of your key highlights since you've begun working at TLS.
I'll jump in there, David, if you like. So definitely for me, it's been growth. Growth both personally and professionally. I've touched on that already, but for the past 2 years, the woman I am today to the woman I was back in 2021 before I started with TLS, completely different woman, but a much more confident, resilient woman now, and that is all down to TLS. I've talked about the professional development that Lauren and Philip have allowed for me, and so that has definitely been a key highlight for me, being able to grow and play to my strengths. I would definitely have to say our facilitators and consultants, coaches that we work with, the broader TLS community, if you like. I've developed an amazing relationship with many of them, and every day they fill my cup. So, from funny emails to a phone call, a text message, they have been a huge key part of my experience here at TLS. And also the clients that we work with, especially in the line of charities. What I love is Phil and Lauren really encourage us to support our charities, like our what may be close to our hearts. And we've worked with a number of them where you've created this impact, and it's a difference to them, and the appreciation that they have. Again, it's so cup filling. It's lovely to walk away at the end of the day where your heart's full.
And David, for you, what have been some of your key highlights?
Yeah, very similar to Kat. I found that I've just become a lot more confident in my role and my abilities since joining TLS, through the encouragement of our leaders and just the feedback that I get from our facilitators and our team members as well. I feel like I'm more confident in my ability to make a contribution, to help our facilitators deliver what they need, and to get our clients what they need to for each of our workshops and our sessions as well. I really like that our leaders, Phil and Lauren and everyone else, focus on our strengths. So they recognize what we're really good at and they promote us to do more work in that area. Not that we can't help out in our other areas, but they really push us to play to our strengths. And that's been a key highlight of my time here. That understanding through the leadership, where I can play to my strengths. I'm not pushed to do things where I'm not necessarily good at it, but gently encouraged to try different avenues.
Thank you both for sharing those words and your experiences within TLS. It has been such a wonderful conversation that we've been having. And I'd like to shift gears just a little bit to get to know you both a little bit more personally outside of the leadership sphere. So I'm going to count down from 3. And when I say go, I would love you both to get up and show me your favorite top plant that you have in your house. So are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. How did you go?
Great.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you can see.
When I said pot plant, I was expecting something maybe this big.
Yeah, this is my
More
baby.
appropriate size, David. Wonderful. What kind of bonsai is that?
This is a little juniper bonsai.
You do love your bonsais. You're very good at it.
Now
Thank
I
you.
need to put mine down.
And we can still see yours poking out in the corner.
It's very
beautiful.
difficult to move.
I love it.
I love that it's firing now as well.
What kind of music puts you in a good mood?
I quite like contemporary classical music.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Kat, for you?
I'm a huge variety. I can't say that I have one set genre that I love. It just whatever has a beat, I'm pretty happy with. So I like a bit of everything, to be honest.
I love it. Well, I know who to come to when I need new music recommendations. And what is your favorite season?
Got to be autumn for me. I love the colors and the leaves changing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just very visually just beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. No, autumn is beautiful, but I'm a spring girl. I'm all about new growth. Yeah, it's such a lovely time. Flowers are growing and everything's blossoming, and so it's a beautiful time of year and it's not too hot, so that's always nice too.
And as this is the final newsletter, final Make the Team of the year, I thought it only appropriate to end on a Christmas cracker joke. So could you each please give me your best Christmas cracker? Pat, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah, I'm glad you do, because I feel like David's will be really good. I don't know about you, but Christmas cracker jokes can be a little bit lame. So the best one that I thought of was, as a parent, what's your favorite Christmas carol?
Is it Silent Night?
Absolutely.
I love it. And David, have you got anything that could maybe top that?
I don't know if it'll top it, but it's similar in theme. What's the best Christmas present in the world? It's a broken drum. You just can't beat it.
David wins.
I'm also going to have to give that one to David.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. I like that.
Thank you both so much for joining me for this Meet the Team interview. It's been lovely to get to chat to you both, and I don't think there is a better way we could have ended that than with that exquisite fun, David.
Love it. Thank you, Sarah.